A lot of comp games we've
How
lost.
many
but
games have
never
you missed?
relegation. No, that's true, not bad. Well,
And doesn't count if you get thrown out, because I mean, there you go.
yeah, if we're losing, I just get thrown out. That's what I do. Big Paige, come here quick and
Was
finish.
Dan refereeing any of those
That's
games?
right. That's awesome.
Yeah, was there any betting allowed?
What's amazing too is I don't know if she did it on purpose, but Cindy, all of the games, when we have city council meetings are at 5, so we can schedule them at 5. So I don't know if she had the foresight to do that, or if she just, probably did. So our team plays at 5. and then-
Cindy did that?
Yeah, she must have.
She's very aware.
That was, yeah,
She helped you out.
that was really good.
Hey, how you doing, folks? Yeah, this is kind of fun to have the whole group.
These were tasty. Those are good. Got the iced gingerbread ones today there. Oh. Are you good? Have you been to
We're ready? Okay, we're gonna call the meeting back to order.
third?
These from you.
Okay, item 4 is 4A, subdivision final acceptance. Discussion and possible action to consider granting final acceptance to Serenity subdivision and end the guarantee period. And who's presenting? Andrea? Andrea,
Missing a council member.
are we really missing them?
We don't have a quorum.
Hello,
Oh, yeah, we're missing.
where are you going with my cookies?
These are really good.
That's for good.
They're not like a Trader Joe's thing. Trader Joe's thing, okay. Yeah, go buy those. Fantastic.
You're there and have ice gingerbread men or seasonal.
I've never been to Trader Joe's.
So the meeting is back in order, so. What, for hell's sakes. Okay, item,
You have a quorum.
discussion of possible action to consider granting final acceptance to Serenity subdivision and then end the guarantee period.
So I've received memos from the engineering regarding the Serenity subdivision and the Monte Vista Estates subdivisions. They have been through their conditional acceptance period, been inspected by engineering and public works and have been found to, they're recommending granting final acceptance of those subdivisions and ending the guarantee period on both of them.
The
Yeah.
memo's in the,
Subject to paying their fees if they have any remaining.
yes,
Okay.
so that's, the motion needs to be.
Any concerns from staff on that at all?
Remind me where they are. Let's Serenity and one of us, what's the location?
Serenity is, just down here, just off the roundabout.
Oh, that's the short lane.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And then Monte Vista is is that the one below it?
No,
The far, that's,
Monte Vista is, yeah.
roughly, well, just north of the multi sports. Or, by Capstone, sort of out that area.
But
Yeah.
across the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By 90.
More west of you.
Subject on what? Payment of fees?
To payment of fees if there are any outstanding.
Okay.
We'll take one at a time.
All right, I'd like to make a motion that we grant final acceptance to Serenity subdivision, subject to them paying their fees,
If any.
if any.
Second.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Motion by Arrington, second by Nelson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Make a motion that we accept the Monte Vista Estate subdivision, accept that, based on them paying their fees if applicable.
That's the only thing missing on both of these is just the fees.
Well, that's just a catch-all.
Okay.
If we think they're all
Yeah.
paid, but just in case.
That's a case.
I'll
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Arrington, second by Yuri. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 5 is a general plan amendment. Discussion and possible action to consider amending the general plan by including a water use and conservation element in accordance with Utah Senate Bill 110. In 2022 general session, ordinance 2025-25. Andrea.
So as you stated in 2022, Senate Bill 110 was passed requiring municipalities to incorporate a water use element in their general plan. That needs to be done by December 31st of this year. So I worked on that, consulted with Weaver Basin Water Conservancy District. because we do get a small amount of our culinary water from them. In order to be in compliance with this, we have to make sure that we include a few different elements, so off their checklist. So in the first section with the policies, we're addressing the effect of water on with future development. Then the next section is, well, okay, so the next section is the existing and future population. And then we have methods of reducing water demand per capita for existing uses, modification to city owned properties and our uses. So a lot of this is in line with our water conservation plan that Tyson got approved a couple months ago. This was presented to the planning commission. They had a couple different suggestions. So on policy number 3, bullet point 3, it's supporting decreased lot sizes and configuration standards. They asked that that be stricken or removed from the plan. On policy number 5, bullet point number 4, it read promoting strategies for the health of Weaver Basin watershed and the reservoirs. They would like promoting change to encouraging, and then recommended approval with those changes.
That was it, 5, you said?
Policy 5, bullet number 4.
The promoting strategies of the health of Weaver Basin.
To just change the word promoting to encouraging. Commissioner Wilkinson brought up what our responsibility would be if we put the word promoting, like what we would be.
Proactive stuff. we have to
Yeah.
do.
So we just changed it a little bit just to not have a responsibility of actively promoting that. Yeah.
So I'm just changing that
change it.
To encouraging.
And
Okay.
removing the smaller
then
lot size configuration.
Right.
Yeah.
So you are able to make additional edits to the plan, go with their recommendations, or you're off.
Question I have is, I don't care about this wording, but it says in the per capita use, the city is projected to experience significant growth through at least 2050. I mean, I'm looking at the Loman View debate and stuff. Do we actually have, is that true? Are we expecting significant growth through 2050? And
If the interest rate goes down, I think we'll see a huge,
Did you see the report that they put out today?
no, that's
That
who, but
population is supposed to double within, in.
the state of Utah.
States. Yeah,
State of Utah,
I
but
think
there's
it's
a lot of
reasonable
empty
to think
land
we
between Tooele and Salt Lake. I'm wondering where in Pleasant View significant
not gonna
growth
double.
would happen.
not double it, statewide.
yeah, no, but I said
Yeah.
Pleasant View's not gonna double, but we're gonna
Yeah.
have.
I mean, that's what
Well-
I'm wondering. I'm wondering if we have actual numbers where because I remember last year we said, what, we're expecting 6 building permits or something like that.
So that's only 9,000 people we're talking. To meet that projection,
9,000
additional point.
additional people through 2050.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm wondering. So we based that term significant off of some sort of projection like that.
Yeah.
That would be not double, but close to.
And that wording there is in line with the water conservation plan and the way that the engineer worked up the numbers
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, because we kind of say things anecdotally, and I was wondering if it's
yeah.
based on like,
Based on plan. So your zoning, that's why then like the zoning changes that affects the, our data models.
Steve?
This is fine, and I appreciate this, but, you know, we've talked a little bit about some of our commercial areas being a certain percentage of greens, you know, landscape, and we've kind of changed it and thought about, instead of being 15%, you know, maximum of 15% or 0 or something like that. Would that need to be part of this, or is that a separate?
No, so this is defining like what our goals are for water use and how we can get there. And then it takes the city to through and effectively change ordinances.
So-
Yeah, so
policy.
we'll be doing things like that.
Like that
to meet.
Because of
this,
that,
okay,
yeah.
perfect. And that's what I was just wondering if they didn't really see anything about that in here. I mean,
Right.
we want to have a direction, I get that.
So it does talk about, identifying uses, land uses that are high water.
So that will come just because of this,
I think this is more like the introduction, and then we add more as we go.
good, as long as that's good.
Mhm.
Okay.
So this addresses it generally
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
general plan, and then you get into specifics and.
Yeah.
And we've already made significant progress. Tyson's team has already, I mean, all
Yeah.
the meter stuff that we've been doing and.
He has.
there's-
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yep, and that is identified.
This
with
is a
the
legal requirement
modifications
we
That
need
we've
to
done with the
make sure
city.
we-
Yeah. So
Meet.
my question, we do adopt, if we do adopt this, does it just get added to the general plan? How does, it's not attached to it now, obviously, but we just put it in there as a section, a subsection?
Definition and language introducing the general plan, correct?
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
just be. added
This
to the-
actual document, this PDF gets
Would be
appended
inserted to the,
the-
or
Yeah.
appended to it?
Right,
Okay.
and just for a GWIS file, I have applied for a grant to try and get our general plan updated. So Wasatch Front Regional Council is offering grants for assistance with that. So hopefully we can reconfigure the whole thing and get it, to where we want to be.
It'll be fun for you.
Steve?
So, and this is great, but does this tie us to anything that we don't want to?
These are like our goals.
And these are goals, but does that,
Gives us a direction.
Have any duties?
I see what you're asking, kind of like,
is there, yeah, just.
Does it bind us to
Does it,
anything?
yeah, bind us to anything? I mean, these are all gee whiz things and wonderful things we want to do, but are we tying ourselves to something that we can't do or
Well, there's no actual data that you have to meet in here, right?
so?
Right,
There's
so-
not, there's no.
So
market.
this meets what the state wants us to
yes.
look at, but is that the only thing, or is this truly? Because we want to do something that makes a difference.
Right.
Which like those commercial areas, that will make a difference, and I get that's the next step, but this just seems like a lot of fluff if it really doesn't have any teeth, or, I don't know. But is
No,
that just part of what the state
It
has to
doesn't
have?
bind you to anything, but as a city, we should be working
Yeah,
toward water
no.
conservation.
Yeah,
And so this is outlining the goals on how to get there. I told the planning commission, I went on the watershed tour with Weber Basin Water, and they do it every other year. And if you haven't been on it, I would highly recommend that you
It's
go
a
on
cool
it,
tour.
because I used to be one of those people that thought people freaking out about water were a little overboard. They're not.
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, there's a limited amount of water, and that really is gonna limit our growth in Pleasant View. Go back to Phil, is water. I mean, if we don't, a lot of these places will not build if we don't find some water. As long as we can have a water slide, then I'll make a motion that we,
Hang on, I got one comment before you
Okay.
go. I'm not sure what page this is, the last one before the ordinance itself, where we sign it. At the top, it says, rather than drilling new wells or developing additional springs, the city is contracted with WVWCD for additional water on an as-needed basis. I don't really like that, because I think that here in Pleasant View, we have opportunity for quite a bit of growth on the hill. I think we have opportunity for springs that we can actually tap into and new wells, so I mean, is that wording something that we can change?
It's
So
not
that would be
definitive.
So I
It says
think-
rather.
problematic, because your capital facilities plans are all built around that statement.
This statement?
So not that you can, but your other plans are completely built around us buying into Weber Basin. So even like our projects, like we don't even have new wells, because back when that decision was made, we removed and rebuilt our capital facilities plan.
So you would
without
have to
ent-
adjust that if you wanted to.
So that changes your impact fees, so our impact fees aren't even
Well,
a
and then all that could be done in the
punching new
future.
wells now.
You could do that, but it would, instead of changing the language.
Rather
you'd
than
have to
going-
do more
Well, I mean, I
extensive
think we
things.
could change it here that says, if,
Phil's gonna come up with some good wording.
No, 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 but
if additional, the city continue to monitor and rebuild Wells Springs, if additional needs, I don't know,
Then we could
out what,
revisit.
yeah.
I just think we have so many springs available to us. That's something that I wouldn't wanna go rather than, I guess, I just like have.
what springs do we have to
Take into
still,
consideration.
other than at the bottom of the hill where?
Well, we still have a giant aquifer under us, so
A lot of water.
could be
Going
drilled somewhere.
But Tyson has a good point. If we did that, though, we would have to revisit our,
Yeah, but that's,
our impact
but
fees and our capital.
we just want to make
facilities
sure
plan.
this doesn't preclude us from the ability to do that.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
think
saying
that's-
too.
Okay.
I just don't wanna be locked if.
So what kind of language, what were you suggesting then?
it seems like this isn't, this section is not the policies that policies is separate. This section seems to be a recitation of like facts, like
A
past.
lot of this does come out of
Yeah,
the
so
water
like,
conservation
Our
plan.
guy,
expected to grow to this, so I don't know if it's, I think that's stating a past fact,
That we are-
not a future looking, yeah.
Yeah.
That rather than drill new wells, we have done this in the
Okay,
past.
so
But I agree with what you're saying. Certainly nothing, I just don't know if that's what that
I don't
does.
think it precludes us from doing
Yeah, I
that,
think
though.
we're- and if you wanted,
If
if you
we
wanted to
do
do it,
that,
general
Yeah.
plan, okay.
I don't think it will stop us or preclude us from doing that in the future.
The city may, I mean, you could just change it to say, rather than drilling new wells or developing additional springs, the city may contract with WCD for additional water on an
I like
as-needed
that.
basis.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
instead of a past has contracted.
I don't-
say,
I don't think we may though, because we are going to do that.
Well, we
Well-
already have.
But
Then
for
you can.
additional,
Weaver Basin?
Yeah, we're already.
Yeah, we already have.
yeah, but
You're already bought into buying there, so you've adopted their impact fee, planning on doing that, I guess.
that's what I'm saying. Is this a past looking statement that's saying this is what we've done, or is this a future looking policy guidance?
I think it's both. that-
Andrea, what was your intent?
Yeah, well, I mean, it says that we're considering, oh my gosh, considering the water consumption of existing and future. So it's talking about,
So perhaps we could add the word may.
So you say has contracted with WBCD for additional water on an as-needed basis and may do so in the future.
I think
Or
that would be
something like that.
appropriate.
Well,
Or may,
Or-
may continue to do so in the
But-
future. Span. I don't, it's your,
That
I'm
doesn't
speaking
bind
for your
us, but-
concern here.
But
so
But
you-
it just offers, a different perspective. It doesn't bind us to anything.
And that's what
So-
I just don't wanna lock us into something. If we come across like, okay, we'd rather use the spring at in this point, then I don't wanna be locked into that we have to. That's what I'm trying to say. So, is everybody okay if we just change that?
This
to
is
may?
just a guideline though, man.
Yeah,
This doesn't lock us into anything.
But
Or
it's
just state it.
language for that consideration.
sure, make a motion with that.
Go
in there.
for it, go. for it.
I've been a motion hog tonight. You ready?
Yes.
Now, there was one
Oh, yeah,
other,
that's right.
there was one other promote.
yeah, there was, I did notice that when I was
It's
going through it
on
this morning,
there.
promoting the upkeep and
Four-
maintenance of irrigation
four.
systems.
Where?
For, item 4, bullet point 1, 2, 3, 4.
So if we're getting rid of one promote, make sure you get all of them.
Okay.
Make sure that it's, yeah. okay.
Promoting the.
In
updates
exhibit
and the-
one as well as the, okay,
Correct.
and all the stuff after the ordinance, exhibit A, excuse me, make sure that it
Yes, I-
gets changed in both.
Is this is taken out of some
Mm.
generic thing? This is written specifically for the root.
well, yeah.
So I see the answer to my question, by the way, about the
Yeah.
future study. I should have just read it. Page 3.
Spend a lot of time on that, converting their.
Okay.
Specific to puzzle.
Yep, yep.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve this general plan amendment for the water use and conservation element. It's ordinance 2025-20 with the following changes in item 3-3. We're deleting supporting decreased lot size and configuration standards as per planning commission's recommendation. 4-4, instead of promoting, we're gonna put encouraging on that line, encouraging the updating and maintenance of irrigation systems. And on item 5-4, we'll put encouraging strategies for the health of the Weaver Basin watershed. And then, finally, underneath that consideration of water consumption section, the very last paragraph says, I would like it to say, rather than drilling new wells or developing additional springs, the city may contract with WCD for additional water on an as-needed basis. That's my motion.
Have a motion to have a second.
I'd like you to restate that.
Okay, motion by Ayrton, second by Nelson.
I do have-
Further discussion.
Yeah, question. Andrew, was this a template or did you create all of this from the bill or?
Oh, this wasn't a template. I went now and researched a whole bunch of different cities and how they had their setup. There was anything from 1 page front and back to 45 pages. So I kind of took what best fit. Our city incorporated our water conservation plan into that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for all your work.
Yeah, that's good. That
did a
helps
good
me
job.
understand. So,
This will be a roll call vote. Arrington,
Yes.
Gibson, Marriott,
yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Yuri.
Yes.
Motion carries, all voting yes, all voting yes. Thank you. Item 6, Hillsborough Drive funding participation discussion. This is one we're bringing back. Discussion and consideration to participate in the funding of Hillsborough Drive. We've talked about this several times. We keep kind of tabling it. We did meet with Sean.
I was, no.
Oh, go ahead.
I said that I would touch base with Dave Lawley
Uh-huh.
and confirm that he knew it was on tonight's agenda. I did not do that.
Okay. Well, what's your,
I just wanted to make that known.
okay,
He's the developer on the other side.
On the
He's
west side.
He was the one that was here.
Yeah.
previously.
Yes.
Town owns the road.
On the rush. side.
we did meet with Sean and I told him it's possible that we might do something small. It's very possible that we might do nothing. So he's like, he's gonna just see work with Dave to see what you want to do. So
Mayor,
it's, again, it's whatever you choose.
I don't feel that we have, I think it's still up in the air. I don't, would say we make a motion to not fund anything on the road at this point.
Okay.
But as some plan or something comes before us, I think we could revisit it.
I think that's fair.
At this point, there's
Yeah,
too many
it might-
questions.
It might be months and months and months before it happens.
So I don't want
think
to
that-
commit, I don't want to commit anything to it at this point. So that's my
I
motion.
think that's a fair motion.
So is that a motion?
That is a motion. That
You
we-
did say that would be my motion.
That'd be my motion,
Yeah.
yes, to not do anything at this point.
Is there a need for them to do something with the road now, right? There's no safety issue.
We haven't gotten anything from them as far as an official, and they said it probably be spring before they can do anything anyway because of the
Yeah,
timing.
it was only because of development that they would be doing anything. It wasn't because the road was in
No.
disrepair or something.
And
like
that was just a concept,
And it's a private road. It's,
so.
Yeah, no, I understand the issue. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something we were working on to do.
Sean at the gala mentioned to me, he, regardless of whether or not you guys participate, we're gonna, it was just an ask.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily we need you, but
That's what his
it'd be nice,
comments
but
were.
if you don't, we're still gonna proceed with our development, so.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
So that doesn't, sorry,
Go ahead.
discussion, that doesn't preclude that there could be participation. It just says right now, we're not gonna put money up that we don't know. what
yeah,
the
there's, we don't know anything about even
No,
going
it's
forward.
just snow.
says.
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
So yeah, it might come back when they actually submit something formal, which.
And if
probably-
we make some demands or something that is above and beyond what they normally would do, I think there's a 60-foot right of way for that road and those improvements would be there. It's a 60-foot.
Whatever it is.
Doesn't
Okay, so I
matter.
have a motion by Gibson, second by
Pretty sure it's a rural. road.
Marriott.
Pretty sure it's 60, on his plan, it's 60 foot.
Okay,
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We already did item 7. Item 8 is an interlocal agreement. Discussion and consideration to enter into an interlocal agreement with Weber County for the delivery of municipal solid waste to the Weber County Transfer Station.
Oh, great.
Sean, who is the
Hagan, if you
acting
please
as the Weber County Director of Community Development.
dismiss yourself, go over there and say.
Figure this out.
I invited Sean here to present this. This was presented to WACOG,
You can take it out.
first of the
Sean.
month. And, I did a lot of information and I thought it was just better if Sean presented it to each of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Call, and thank you to the city council for letting me take a few minutes tonight. So I think everyone is aware of the county's transfer station. I was told to stop calling it the transfer station and just call it the dumps, and everybody would know what I'm talking. So that's what we are referring to tonight. So the transfer station, we've been at our current location since the old landfill closed on 24th Street back in the late 90s. And it falls under my portfolio as the county's community development director. So I oversee the transfer station director. He reports to me, and then I report to the commissioners. So I'm involved in what happens at the transfer station pretty much on a daily basis. We have a good partnership with all of the cities right now. So last year, Pleasant View, as well as every other city, signed an interlocal agreement that guaranteed that its municipal waste would come to the county's transfer station. That agreement had a 2-year term, and then it extended for 6 additional 2-year terms. And it had a 6-month out clause that the city could use if it ever chose to take its waste elsewhere. So the reason that we're here tonight is because we are asking you to consider the same agreement with different timeframes. And this is, I'll talk about those in a second, but this is due to some things that have happened over the last several months. There was a new transfer station that opened in Ogden City, and they've come and met with us, and what they've told us is our goal is to take all of the commercial waste and all of the residential waste. That, I mean, they're a business and we understand that. So the county currently provides a service. We provide a service for municipal waste. We provide a service for commercial waste.